were outside, we had to line up depending on
how creative,
how creative,
how
imaginary.
And they taught us that in the art of acting, you had to be disciplined. So it's not all like fun and games. You needed to learn how to listen. And when we were doing the gibberish, we could infer from what they was. Not what they were saying, but the way they said it and the enthusiasm they put into the words, what they were trying to say.
So we were imagining what they were saying.
We mainly all worked together to make the rubbish monster, like all the year sixes.
Big little monster in the film, and we had to create it. So we brought all these pieces of rubbish, and then we created this huge monster. Me and my group, we created the head.
It was really fun because everywhere got very messy.
And then we had all like lids for milk for the pupils, and we made really weird things out of all the rubbish.
Other team, they made a leg, and ours was shorter than theirs, so it was like unbalanced in the air.
We did an activity where Rebecca had a bin bag and she had some objects inside, and each table got an object, and we had to like write a story with the object. And my group, we had an apple, and we said about it like somehow like not really falling off the tree, but something to do with like, you know, the apple and Mother Nature. And then they kind of took all our ideas, because some group said about the flood and the litter monster.
Our group had the bottle.
Yeah, and we were saying like the pictures at the beginning were like your idea, so it was all the ideas
we
merged
did
into one.
So we were creating images of the future to wonder what it is like in the future, and to think, could we change our ways and stop littering? Otherwise, all of these beautiful places, towns, villages and trees could become old and factories and broken down things and would not look very nice.
And it helped us in our literacy, because whilst we were doing the film and we were writing all these poems, it helped us do other poems in our literacy book. We all learned something new. So like when we were doing the scavenger hunt in the hall, we all learned something new about climate change and about how if we leave our Xboxes on or technology on, we need to stop doing that, otherwise we're going to affect the earth. And everyone seemed quite shocked about that, but then we all got used to it, and then we put that into our writing about how it could affect, and that's kind of what we wanted to get across.
I thought what is cool is the climate change the whole world really changing. Okay, Murphy's guessing yes, Earth was millions of years ago. What's our fossil fuel? About 3/4 of the
We discussed our favourite movies and discussed the way movies can make other people feel and the way they impact on people.
Yeah, so Lou and Rebecca could get the gist of what type of film we would like to make.
And what impact we would like to make on other people.
Authors or playwriters?
It's sort of helping us as well from when we go to like because we do drama there, and this is helping us, like this is what it's going to be like when we go to comp.
Bigger group. Life skills.
But the one thing that everyone learned was how that we all knew that time wasn't on our side, and so we all tried to stay focused throughout the whole thing
And concentrate.
And when we were filming, when you were doing the snapboard or when you were holding the microphone, you had to stay focused. You couldn't just look away for 1 second, otherwise you could move the microphone and it could ruin the whole clip.
Scene 4, take 1.
We got to walk home in this.
I don't remember seeing this much rain on the forecast.
Yeah.
Scene 4, take 5.
Okay then, and
And she sent the note to us, and she said, she said like, awake the elders.
May the elders wake up. You are the future.
First time we met Lou and Rebecca, we sat down and we had the gifts from Mother Nature.
Yeah.
And like I think everyone nearly started crying because they felt so guilty.
Yeah, I remember that. I had to
And like we had to open them up. And
I send you this. Her heart's very sad. Your knowledge and your. Do you imagine what the parcels were? And we had to think, why would Mother Earth send these things?
That was like a magical moment, like thinking, should we carry on helping Mother Nature or should we just think, no, let's not.
At the rock, and we kind of talking about what it could represent. So someone said like there's a leaf, and someone said about a new leaf, and like the world is in our hand.
And the rock had a hole in it, so they said it's like Mother Nature's heart. It has a hole in her heart.
Or a heavy heart.
Mother Nature has helped us, saying to maybe when we have children, don't drop litter or we'll have a horrible home to live in, a horrible life.
So Mother Earth, we think it's Mother Earth who sent us this thing.
Well, we had to write quite a lot as we were making ideas, and then we had to write them down, and we made when we were thinking of videos to do at the start, we had a big piece of paper and we had to draw pictures and of what we wanted to happen at the start and ideas like a little story.
It's fun to do this film about it because we got to think more of how we can help, and
We've been given a path.
Yeah.
We've been given a path, two paths, the way to go and the way not to go.
And then we got to write our own script, and they kind of took our ideas and used them for their script.
But we all had loads of fun doing it because we all got a chance to film or act or just do everything.
We were all involved.
Yeah.
Because there were some scenes when we were in the class and it was like all of us at one point.
So we need to keep our planet running with Mother Nature, listen to Mother Nature, and if we don't, there's going to be a lot of problems.
And it's the knock-on effect where if you do one thing, then it's going to affect the whole thing.
Skills, acting skills.
Filming skills. Cooperation, yeah, definitely. Listening skills.
Also, when we were doing the wall mats, we had the wall of knowledge.
We put all our knowledge about global warming and stuff like that, and climate change to help us with the film and give us ideas.
We stood on the bench and then kind of expressed our ideas, and then we expressed what facts that we know about global warming and things, and then wrote them down and then put them on the board. How to control ourselves in intense situations.
Yeah. Another way apart from Mr. Goodman's way.
But when we're in year 7 and we're doing drama and we're doing all that stuff, this has helped us to most of us have been able to. Yeah, and it's made us be able to calm down more and sit still more because we all had to focus on what we were doing, and we've all found out that there's more inside us.
I enjoyed doing drama because we had to act out being scared because the school was flooded. Then we had to run outside.
I really like doing the poetry. I like with the candles and how the room was dark. It created a really nice atmosphere.
Yeah.
And we took inspiration from listening to the music and interpreting it in our brains and just writing it down on a piece of paper.
Help us, it'll help everyone else.
Yeah, it affected me at home because I was telling my mum and dad, don't put that on the side, put it in the bin.
Our skills of not just literacy, but all round communication with others so far, because we've all had to learn to work as a team and get along.
And we don't want the Mother Nature to die. We want it to keep running. They're running around the world.
Take 2.
Where did you get that apple?
On the tree outside.
Brollies, do your get ready.
Because that was another hard thing, because me, Fraser and a lot of my friends were next to Henry and he had a GoPro on his head. So that was really hard not to look in the camera.